to Straight Up Paleo, where we talk all things nutrition straight up. I'm one of your hosts, Christina Rice. I'm a holistic health coach and a nutritional therapy practitioner in training currently living in Los Angeles. I'm also the creator of the health and wellness blog, addictedtolovely.com, and the host of the Actually Adultish podcast.
And I'm your other host, Kara Halderman. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner from Dallas, Texas, creator of careaboutit.com, and co-host of the Low Carb Conversations podcast. In this podcast, we will be discussing all things paleo, health, and nutrition, along with answering questions straight from you.
If you want to submit a question for us to answer on the podcast, head to straightuppaleo.com or email us at straightuppaleo@gmail.com.
Remember our disclaimer. The materials in this podcast are only to be used for advice and are not to be used in place of general medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
If you want to support the show, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a rating and a review on iTunes. Enjoy the show. Hello, Kara.
Hello, Christina.
How is it going?
Dude, it's going. We're recording on a Monday, and it's a Monday for me, like, for freaking sure right now. And it doesn't help that literally it's about to snow and like do all this weird crap in Texas, and it's 6 p.m. and pitch black. Like, the weather is doing weird stuff.
That's so weird. I know. I'm so sleepy, and it's 4 p.m. because it gets so dark, and it makes me tired.
But that's good, because that means that your adrenals are possibly working and responding to the circadian rhythms.
True.
Oh, speaking of sleep, have you been mouth taping?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought this up, because I have been wanting to talk about this. It has changed my life. It has changed my life.
Tell me.
I haven't woken up once in the middle of the night ever since I started.
Dude, no way.
And this, for people who don't know, I've had this problem where I always wake up in the middle of the night. I haven't woken, like, I have the deepest, I think that combined with the grounding that I've been doing have been the biggest game changers in terms of sleep. I sleep so deeply. I have vivid dreams every night. My REM is so deep. It's crazy.
REM on fleek.
Yeah. What about you?
For sure.
Have you noticed anything?
First of all, if y'all aren't familiar with the mouth taping thing, Mike Mutzel talks about it in one of our previous episodes with him. And basically it's what it sounds like. You put tape over your mouth before you go to sleep, and it forces you to breathe out of your nose, because apparently you can't really get into super deep sleep cycles when you breathe out of your mouth. So I am starting to like it. I've been doing it for 5 days now. And the first 3 days I would wake up in the middle of the night and just rip it off.
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I would just wake up and be scared and rip it off or something. And it was making me have worse sleep because I was waking up and ripping it off. But then the last 2 nights I slept really, really good. I didn't wake up I don't even think I woke up at all. I slept through the whole night. My breathing in general just actually feels better. Is that weird?
No, it's, it's
I feel more clear.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Breathing. And
I highly recommend this.
Corey has a snoring problem. Seriously, he has a snoring issue. And he tried it, and then he texted me the next day and was like, I didn't snore at all last night.
How does he know?
Listen to this. He recorded himself.
Are you serious?
He recorded himself with the voice recorder on the iPhone.
All night?
And he listened to it. Yes.
That takes up so much space. I thought you were going to say, because my dad, I'm sending this to my parents, my dad will wake himself up because he snores so loud.
Okay, he does that too.
That's crazy.
That's terrible. That's like sleep apnea.
Yeah, literally. But
cool.
Yeah, I'm really into it. I was a little nervous at first, but so it's why I love that we've been using the Somnifix, not just normal tape, and it has a little breathable vent in it. So yeah, you can breathe through it. It just
It's
helps.
kind of hard.
Yeah,
but
it's hard, but like you're not gonna suffocate. Hashtag not sponsored, you guys. Although after this, I want to talk to them and see if they'll sponsor us.
I know. I talked to them and I was like, hey, we mentioned you on a podcast, one of our podcasts. Go listen to it. But I love their love their product right now.
Yeah, I'm really
cool.
into this, and I'm kind of pissed that I figured it out because now I like don't want to sleep without it.
I know. And it's like I have to keep ordering these freaking mouth tapes.
If I ever get a boyfriend, he'll think I'm so weird when I freaking
Dude, I don't
my
even
mouth
know.
shut.
Oh God. Like, I don't even know how my boyfriend deals with half of the stuff.
Because your boyfriend is also weird.
Yeah.
Corey's also a weirdo, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's true. We all fit together. But
Yeah.
okay, cool. That's mouth taping. What else is happening?
So when this comes out, if you're listening to this, the day that it comes out, my Paleo Women Lifestyle Program, the signups are going to be open. Boom. But It's going to be reduced price for 48 hours for the first 48 hours. So this is going to be on the 18th and the 19th. So snag a spot if you want to be in the group. It is a 5-week program. You get access to a private Facebook group with me and everybody else in the program where you can ask questions, you can interact, share recipes, talk about life. It's amazing. And then you get a ton of video and audio lectures from me throughout the program, and little homework assignments, PDFs with all the course content, and you're going to learn a lot. We talk about macros, and like you get a nutrition crash course. Basically, we talk about all of the other things that go into the paleo lifestyle, so like exercise, stress, sleeping hacks, which I have updated the course to include the mouth taping, and balancing hormones, mistakes women make when it comes to health, a lot of knowledge bombs. So I really would love to have you guys in the program, and you can check it out. It'll be linked on my website. We'll link it in the show notes. And yeah, I'm super excited. This round is gonna start January 29th, and signups are limited space, flash sale, these next 48 hours, and then they'll be open for a week, and then I'm closing it. So
cool.
I'm super pumped. Yeah.
It's an all-in-one package.
Yeah. It's a game changer.
I love it.
It's a game changer if you want to transition over into the healthy lifestyle that I lead. Basically, it's my brain in one course. That's how I like to put it.
How do you fit all of your brain in one course?
Well, and then there's also an option. You can get a VIP package, which also gives you access to me via email during the whole 5 weeks for individual support if you want to. So you can get the VIP package too if you want email support from me one-on-one. I dig it. Yeah. So it's a stealio. It's fun. I'm excited. What about you?
What have I been doing? Well, today I switched doctors recently. And if you guys remember Dr. Gabrielle Lyons, we had her on couple episodes ago. She was talking all about the protein and whatnot. I'm saying we. Christina, I think, we is right. Yeah. We're both working with her, and I just had my first consult with her, and she's just super awesome. And I thought it was like we were just going to be talking about protein the whole time, TBH. And we literally didn't even bring it up. Like she's a doctor. Like she's a functional medicine doctor, and I'm pretty pumped to be working with her. Basically, I need more labs. You just need more information because when everything like looks pretty normal, but you're still having symptoms, like you probably need to dig a little bit deeper. But she just kept reminding me, because most of y'all know I've been pretty open that I have some thyroid stuff going on, like low thyroid type issues. And she just kept reminding me, like, Kara, this is really an adrenal issue. Like your thyroid goes out because you have adrenal issues, and it just all comes back to like stress. And lately I have been slipping in the adrenal health department. Like I haven't really been taking that much care of myself, which is weird. because I usually take super good care of myself. But lately, I don't know what's been going on. I've just been drinking way too much coffee and going to bed way too late, and I can feel it. So I'm going to get back on my nighttime routine.
It's because you're addicted to Chimera.
God, I know. Chimera Coffee, if you're listening, stop sending me coffee.
No, keep sending it.
Just kidding. Please keep sending it to me. I love them so much. It is addictive. Another hashtag not sponsored, but please sponsor us post. Chimera Coffee is the best. Literally, I feel like I'm flying every time I drink it because it has, they're not nootropics, but they're like cognitive enhancers infused into the coffee, like amino acids and stuff. It's pretty bomb.
Yeah, and their other products are so good. I'm super excited because I'm going to try and reintroduce cacao again, I think this week.
Oh no.
We'll
I'm
see.
Scared.
But they have this amazing, I love it. It's called the Cacao Booster, and it has cacao, cinnamon, and L-glutamine, which is just everything you need to be happy.
That sounds so good.
The ultimate blood sugar balancer, right? Like,
yeah.
Perfection.
And like a dash of gut health.
Yeah, exactly. With a dash of, a smidge of cinnamon, a dash of gut health, some good blood sugar balancing out. So I think I want to put that in a smoothie. So we'll see. Some of my reintroductions keep failing, and I don't know.
Over it.
Yeah. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm determined to get lettuce back in my diet because when I tried, I don't know if it was the lettuce or the tahini, honestly.
Probably the lettuce.
But the same thing happened to me, and I didn't have lettuce, so I'm confused.
The life of food intolerances.
Yeah, I'm over it.
It's a rough one.
I'm over it, yeah. And then my first appointment with Dr. Lyons is next week, so I'll keep you guys updated after that. We'll see what she says. I'm curious what she'll say to me.
Yeah, we'll have to keep y'all updated with what's going on with her. Yeah. And if you have any like cool topics or whatnot that you want her to come on and talk about, like if you have an advanced topic or just something you're really curious about, we'd like to have her back on the show to go over some stuff with you guys. So you can either send in your questions at straightuppaleo@gmail.com or go to our website, Straight Up Paleo, and submit a contact form. We love getting your questions. You could also join our Facebook group, Straight Up Paleo Pals. Why did I want to say something different? You guys, that group is popping. Like, it's starting to...
It's epic. I love it.
Literally the best.
It gives me life.
It's like all of your BFFs in one group talking about health stuff. It's freaking great. I love it so much.
People often ask me, how do you make internet friends? I want to make internet friends. And I go, join the Facebook group. That's where they all are. They're on the Facebook group. So
it's so true. Speaking of joining, I wanted to remind you guys that my newsletter is now like 1 month out. I'm so excited. It just came out today. Once again, we're recording on a Monday. It's called Monday Mantra, and I'm basically sharing mindset techniques and tips that I've learned when I went through neurolinguistic programming training. And this week I put out a video of a technique called goal reaching, which is a technique that actually helps change your unconscious mind to realign with your conscious mind and help you get what you want, basically. So it's cool, and I'll be sharing little tidbits like that every single Monday. So if you want to sign up for that, please go to my website. It's careaboutit.com, or just like the link in my Instagram bio, and just put in your email, and you'll get some cool emails every single Monday.
Love it. So many good tidbits. People need to know about this stuff. Kara's a wealth of knowledge. It's kind of scary. Also,
I keep everything hidden.
Can I just rant about something really quickly?
Yeah.
If one more person DMs me and asks me what my blog is, I'm gonna scream.
Wait, is that a real thing?
I don't know what it is. The past week, I get and I have my messages turned off for a reason, so I get extra irritated when someone asks me a bad question. I'm sorry, there is such a thing as a bad question. There's such a thing as
that would be a bad
That
question.
is taking no personal responsibility. First of all you have to do is Google it. All you have to do is click the link in my bio. For example, this one right before this, I answered this one, and I'm not gonna keep responding to people anymore. I'm so over it. But this lady said, where can I like find your blog recipes? And I go, oh, it's on my blog. The link is in my profile. And she goes, which link is it? And I'm I'm like, do I literally have to tell you the one that says blog? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I literally can't. I'm
why
sorry.
can people not? Why are like? I mean,
oh God. Okay, I would understand like
if you have the note. Oh my God.
I would understand if somebody was like, hey, where is like whatever you talked about on your blog, which is still kind of a stupid question because you can just search it, but just asking like, hey, what's your blog?
Yeah, it's honestly faster to Google than to ask me a stupid question. It just irritates me. It makes me feel, I feel like I'm being really dramatic, but people don't understand how many dumb things I get emailed and DM'd on a regular basis. And I don't know if it's because I don't know what it is. It's really weird. And this is why I turn off my DMs, because I would literally post something on the screen and link to it there, swipe up, and I type out the link, and people go, what's the link? They DM me, and I just get so upset. But it takes time. It takes time out of my day to respond to that, and it makes me feel disrespected, honestly, that you think that I am your information slave.
Turn those DMs off, girl.
They are off. And people go, they are off. They're not on. They haven't been on. And people still go in the roundabout way to ask me a dumb question. It's like,
that's weird.
Because I assumed when I turned them off, I would stop getting those. And the only people who would DM me are people who have legitimate questions, which is totally fine. I'm happy to answer a legitimate question. But if you're going to go take all the effort to go DM me in the roundabout way and then ask me something that you could easily figure out yourself, I feel very disrespected. I'm sorry.
That's like what Diane Sanfilippo rants about, because people do the same thing to her. I totally get it. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't happen to me, but I totally get how that could make you feel.
It drives me crazy, especially when it's not. This isn't just once in a while, you guys. This is every day, constantly, and it makes me not want to put out information, because then it's more work for me to answer all the questions about it. And it's also, it makes me mad when I spend so much time putting things, I spend a lot of time putting things out on my blog, and, we put together podcasts, and we put together all of these different things for a reason, so people have resources. So if somebody DMs me and goes, can you send me the recipe to this? No, that's why I put it up on my blog, so you can go look it up yourself. And I know Diane gets so much shit, and because people say that she's a bitch because she says stuff like this. I don't care. She's not. She's just being real. I mean, I'm sorry. If anybody was in my position, they would get frustrated too.
Probably. I would get frustrated. I just wouldn't respond. Like, it would make me mad, like, for sure. I just wouldn't even respond to those people. I'm
going to stop responding. I just have this instinct in me where I feel bad if I don't respond to people who reach out to me.
You got to get rid of that. I
know.
You too. Well, can't respond to everyone.
It sucks because they ruin it for everybody else. Because other people, because my DMs are off, so then I think other people think I don't want to interact. And my DMs would be on if people just didn't take advantage of the fact that my DMs are on.
Good news is that's why we have all these other platforms of connection. So like your blog, this podcast, your other podcast, your program, like you don't really need your DMs, to be honest. Like people will find a way to connect with you.
Yeah. Or when people email me to ask me for free things, I get really upset.
Yep, you got to remember there are some weird ones out there in the world.
I think people just don't. I don't know. I'm like, would you ask a doctor to fix your broken leg for free? Would you email him and say, can you stitch up my legs for free, please? That's the same as, can you send me a protocol to heal my candida for free, please? No, you have to work with me.
Somebody sent me a random email that was just like, hey, send me a meal plan.
Are you kidding?
I was like, all right, $100. I didn't get an email back.
Yeah, that's $500.
That's $1 million. Thanks.
That's $1 million. Yeah. So I don't know. Sorry, I just had to say that. I had to get it off my chest because it really brings me down. Honestly, it puts my day in a bad mood, and I hate that it does that. I don't know. Social media is really bothering me.
It's okay. Now it's out there.
Yeah, now it's out there, and I can move on with my life. That was that.
Speaking of moving on.
Yeah, speaking of moving on.
We have questions.
We have so many questions.
I'm excited to answer these. I'll just go ahead and read out the first one.
Okay.
First question. My name is Amber, and I'm a 20-year-old female with digestion issues. I'm currently seeing a naturopath. She's only been to one session. For my gut issues, I recently got my stool test results back, and it came up with a few things that were high. The one I noticed was I have a high levels of steatocrit. For some reason, that word is so hard for me to pronounce. Steatocrit, something like that. When I Googled what that means, it basically says I have fat malabsorption. I want to add I have a history of anorexia where I consume no fat, then disordered eating, following that plus binge eating, then recently not eating barely any fat. Now my naturopath put me on a high fat diet to start. Immediately incorporating fats, I got my period back after not having it for 7 months. My question is, because I have fat malabsorption, what does that mean? Do I stop eating fats and go high carb? Do I continue to eat even more fats? And she says, thanks. So fat malabsorption, we've chatted about this before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
And it's actually interesting because I'm actually interested. Okay, that's not the right word. I think it's interesting that I hear different advice about this.
Yeah, me too.
Which really bothers me. I mean, I can tell you what my advice is. I'd
like to know your advice.
I mean, I struggled with this as well. The fat malabsorption. I think that not eating fats is a bad idea. The reason you have to eat fat in order to teach your body to no longer have fat malabsorption. So that means increasing fat, but I would do it slowly. So at the beginning, probably more carbs as you're working towards increasing your fats, but slowly ramping up the fats over time. And I think that starting with fats like coconut oil, and as you build up, so coconut oil doesn't require bile to be absorbed, and it doesn't
because of all the MCTs.
Yeah, because of the medium chain triglycerides, versus other types of fats with a different fatty acid composition. They do need to deal with bile. So so I guess we should get into the liver gallbladder issue.
We could get into the liver gallbladder issue, and it can go even further than liver gallbladder. We've talked about how fat malabsorption can mean issues with the liver gallbladder because that's where bile is basically created. And with high levels of this steatocrit or whatever, it basically just means you have fat in your stool. And that's how they can tell that you're not completely breaking down your fat. But this could even not be a problem with liver gallbladder. This could even stem back even farther to an issue with HCl, just plain stomach acid as well, just not having enough stomach acid and not having enough enzymes. You also have to have lipase, which is a pancreatic enzyme as well to break down fats. So honestly, there's probably just a digestive issue all around, not just an isolated liver gallbladder problem. You probably have low stomach acid. You probably do have low enzymes. I'd like to see the rest of your stool test.
Yeah.
And you probably have some something going on within the liver gallbladder. And the reason I say that is just because you do have a history of eating disorders. So especially with the binge eating and then anorexia as well, that can really deplete your levels of HCl and enzymes and do stuff to your liver gallbladder as well. So there's probably just all around digestive problems going on.
Yeah, this is why I just don't, I mean, I hear the advice of people say, oh, I don't digest fat, I have fat malabsorption, so I just eat a high-carb diet. But what you don't understand is you're not doing anything to teach your body to be able to digest fat. So when there's fat in a meal, that tells the gallbladder to release the bile into your digestive tract, and then the bile emulsifies the fat so that you can absorb it, right? But when you don't have enough fat, so if you're still doing a low-fat diet, then the release of that bile isn't signaled, and then the bile sits in the gallbladder and it gets super thick and kind of clogged up, so that when you do have a meal that's higher in fat, the gallbladder then it can't squeeze out that super thick bile and pass, like, and the fat just goes through your digestive tract undigested because the bile didn't help emulsify it. So when you continue with the low-fat trend in the diet, that's not teaching, like, the bile is just going to get sticky and thick and clogged up, and you're not doing anything for yourself. So that's why I think slowly incorporating it, slowly ramping up. So add a little bit this week and then bump up the fats a little bit more, like a gradual increase, but you need to increase it so that bile isn't just stuck there super thick. You got to thin it out a little bit so it can do its job.
Yeah, that's super important. And sometimes that alone, like just increasing your fat slowly over time, can actually help with your fat malabsorption just by doing that, because you're retraining your body to be able to absorb fats more. And the fact that once you started eating a high fat diet, your period came back is a really good sign. Yeah. That means that you're actually responding to this well. I mean, I'd like to know if you're like what your digestive type issues are while on this high fat diet and like what you're experiencing, because you may need some support as you go through this. So I don't know if you're on any like liver gallbladder support or overall digestive support. I definitely think that you shouldn't be just focusing on isolated liver gallbladder support. I think you should definitely be doing some sort of apple cider vinegar or hydrochloric acid supplement, or even just lemon water before your meals, because it starts, like, digestion is a north to south process. Thanks, NTA, for giving me that. So if you have a problem with liver gallbladder or even fat malabsorption, you have to go up higher in the digestive tract to find the root cause of the problem. So I would say that it's probably starting more in the stomach. So I'd like to see you do like an enzyme and some sort of acid, HCl, lemon, or apple cider vinegar, and then incorporating like whatever you want. Like milk thistle is good for liver, gallbladder support, like beet juice is good, beet kvass, stuff like that. What else is good for liver gallbladder support that you know of?
Well, apple cider vinegar actually does help thin out bile too.
True.
So, I mean, that does both with the HCl. I think even just going back to like fermented foods with like, you know, beet kvass, like, to help with your digestion. And I mean, I don't know what she's on. I mean, I would assume you put her on some kind of ox bile support.
Yeah.
But I think start with coconut oil, and then add in the fats that do require bile, so more of your animal fats. Try ghee. I would do what Kara's suggesting with all of the support higher up, so with the enzymes, HCl. Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't stop eating fat and go high carb, though. Like, that was one of your questions, and like I would totally not do that.
Yeah, and but then also I also don't think, because didn't she say her naturopath put her on a high fat diet to start? I think that's also a bad idea, just to immediately put someone. You don't want to immediately do that. You want to work your way up to that, and you also don't have to be a high fat. It doesn't have to be like high fat, but you need to have enough fat in your diet.
I would just say, like, It depends on how you're feeling right now. Like, how are you digestively feeling right now on that high fat diet? And if you're like, I'm bloated, I'm not pooping enough, like I feel sluggish, I feel heavy, if that probably means you're really not digesting all of that fat yet. So you could back off a little bit. And like Christina said, just focus on like coconut oil and like avocado oil, olive oil, easier to digest fats, and then work up to more animal fats and bump up your fats slowly. But if you feel totally good and cool on a higher fat diet, then maybe there's not really a reason to back down and you just need to add some support.
Yeah. Also, shout out to milk thistle tea because I'm obsessed with it and it helps detox the liver.
It tastes like nothing, I swear.
I think I just imagine that it has a milky taste. But I like it. The other thing I do want to say is that I really hope that you are working on the eating disorder side of things. And the way you eat, we can't digest anything if we aren't eating mindfully in a calm state. So even just the way you eat to make sure you're optimizing digestion, chewing your food sufficiently, all of that. But also just, I did want to point out the eating disorder issues because health is wealth and health is very much emotional as well.
Yeah, it does really start in the brain, and you cannot digest if you're in a stress state. So if you're like still having those crazy thoughts in your head, like, is this too much fat? Is this too many carbs? Like obsessing about how much food you're eating, you're not going to be digesting it well.
Yeah. So cool. Did you have anything else to say?
No, that's about it. I hope that helps a little bit.
Cool. So next question. This is a pretty easy one. This is from Alyssa, and she says, so she's recently diagnosed with Hashimoto's. She's been implementing the AIP diet before moving forward to the paleo diet. I've heard a lot of talk about collagen, vital proteins, collagen peptides to be exact. What do I do with it? Why do I need it? I am lost. Girl, we will help save you.
We got you, Alyssa.
Collagen is hip and trendy and is one thing I think is worth the hype. What do you think?
I think it is worth the hype, but I also think you need to know your body, because it may not like actually be doing you like your gut health that much good if you have some certain things going on. So she mentioned some stuff about having like celiac disease and like gut issues. And since you have Hashimoto's, like that's basically a gut issue. Like autoimmune issues start in the gut, which is why collagen is so recommended for people with Hashimoto's and gut problems, because collagen can actually help repair the lining of the gut and help build up your mucosal membrane, which is super duper important. And if you have celiac disease, like Alyssa does, that means that the little I can never say that word either. Why do I have problems with words? Cilia. What is the word?
Cilia.
For the little finger. The fingers on the small intestine.
The microvilli?
I swear, they're called like cilia. Anyways, guys, the little finger-like things in your intestines.
Is it cilia?
Cilia. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I have issues with words today. But if you have celiac disease, the cilia in your small intestine are literally like damaged, basically. That's what happens. So you need all of the gut support help that you can get, and you need to build up that mucosal membrane and the lining of your gut. So collagen can help contribute to that. The only instance where I say that collagen may not be like super beneficial, it won't hurt you, but it's not like gonna heal your gut, is if you have high secretory IgA and you have a lot of coupling infections. That would be the only thing that I would say, because if you have high secretory IgA, that's like the microbiome of your gut. That's like the inside layer of your gut. And when that that's the immune system of your gut. And when that marker is high, that means that like you're basically under attack and your immune system in your gut is like elevated. And that usually means you have some sort of infection, like whether that's parasites, bacterial, yeast, whatever. So you already have a big immune system buildup there. So the collagen like might not necessarily be helpful or beneficial. Like what's most beneficial is clearing the infection.
But it wouldn't hurt it.
It wouldn't hurt it, but like that's not something that I would spend money on personally. If I had that issue, I would be spending more money on clearing the infection and then using other types of gut healing herbs like slippery elm and marshmallow and aloe if you do well with those, and then some other gut healing herbs as well. You can throw collagen into the mix, but I don't think it's necessary for everybody.
It's not necessary.
I do love it.
Collagen is not necessary. For sure. You're right. But I don't think it can harm anyone.
No, it's not going to harm you at all.
I mean,
I'm just saying if you want a budget, like
yeah.
that's
the situation you just
fit.
described was me this past year. And I enjoyed my collagen.
Yeah, you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it may not be necessary. It may not be actually helping your gut that much because you have so much going on. It may not actually be benefiting your gut health.
But like, there are other benefits. For example, if you have joint pain or poor recovery with your muscles after workouts, it can help with those, with your joints and bone health, and also your nails and your skin and your hair. My nails grow like crazy. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's listening and they just are wondering what the general benefits are, those can definitely be some benefits. Your hair can grow really fast. And
dude, yes.
Because collagen is
the
what
best.
Like makes up the elasticity in our skin. So, I mean, taking it internally is the best way to sort of rejuvenate those skin cells and keep things looking fresh and nice. If you don't want to get, I'm like an ad. No, but I mean, I think I really like collagen, but it's definitely, Kara's right. It's definitely not necessary. But if you have money to spend and you want to try it out, you could, it can help enhance your life, I think.
To be honest, the reason why I like it is because it makes my drinks frothy.
Ah, see, I like it because I like to use it in smoothies because the vanilla Vital Proteins
is really good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, if she was asking for ways, she said, what do I do with it? Well, if you just go to the Vital Proteins website, you'll see that they have like freaking amazing products. The collagen is the one that dissolves in liquid. The gelatin makes things like Jell-O, so don't put that in cold stuff because it will just turn into Jell-O.
This is what you do. Yeah, put the collagen in like coffee, the peptides in coffee or tea, or in smoothies. Put the vanilla collagen in smoothies, and you can also use the vanilla collagen to make my sugar-free vanilla coconut collagen cookies on my blog.
Those are so good.
They're so good. Also, you can use the gelatin to make the apple pie gut healing gummies on my blog. Those are crack. If you need gut help, make those. They're so good.
So is the collagen creamer by Vital Proteins, is it worth the hype? Is it good?
I think it's really good, but I guess I don't really have much to compare it to because I don't use creamer and anything, but I've put it in my fake coffee / tea. Like I have a tea latte that I like to make, and I really like it. And I also like to use it just if I don't have coconut milk and I need milk for something, I'll just mix it with water and I just use it. You know what I mean? You know when sometimes
that's a good idea.
You just need a little bit of milk, and I don't want to open up a whole can of coconut milk. So I'll just mix that powder with water, and it turns into like a nut milk sort of that does the job.
Dude, that's smart.
Yeah.
I'm into that. The only other thing I would say about the Vital Proteins, the collagen peptides, is there's like a controversy around blending it. So people like blend it, basically. They'll put it in their drinks and coffee or whatever. I do this, put it in the blender and they'll blend it for like a minute. But I've actually seen some stuff online, and I think Leanne Vogel has even talked to like the Vital Proteins before, and they said not to blend it for longer than 10 seconds because it can denature the amino acids.
Sketch.
So yeah, and people will blend it for like 2 minutes to get like mega froth, and because it gets frothy. So lately I've just been using my little battery operated like milk whisker thingy, because it's not as powerful as a blender and it still gets just as frothy, and I don't think it's denaturing the amino acids or anything like that. But I was a little worried when I saw that. I don't want any denatured amino acids floating around in my body.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't have that issue because I don't blend, but I'm glad you told people, because I think most people do blend.
Yeah, and that's why they say like to blend if you do butter coffee. I've heard them say it. It's either Vital Proteins or some other collagen company. I heard them say to like blend your butter or whatever in your coffee and then add the collagen in the last 10 seconds of blending. Or do that with a smoothie too. Like blend your smoothie and then add the collagen and then blend it for like 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
So it all stays intact. But I really do love collagen. I buy it. Honestly, you guys, if you live near a Sprouts started carrying Vital Proteins now, and Sprouts every month, they have like a 25% off vitamin supplement sale type thing. And that's where I buy my Vital Proteins, because I get a huge tub for like $29 or something like that. And that's pretty good. It's usually like $42. So you get basically $10 off. That's where I buy it, because I'm a baller on a budget.
Have you ever tried any other collagens?
Like other collagen brands?
Yeah. I
have tried Great Lakes. I like it, but I just like the Vital Proteins the best.
Yeah, same. I like the Primal Kitchen Foods one too. They have a new unflavored one. I like that one too.
Oh my God, I love their collagen fuel though. It's so good. I'm
pissed it has monk fruit in it.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't want that crap. You know how I am about sweeteners. That's why I love the vanilla coconut from Vital Proteins, because it tastes like it's sweetened. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing, it's crazy, but.
Well, it has coconut water, like dehydrated coconut water, but that's it.
Yeah, but I'm fine with that. I'd rather have that than monk fruit. But, yeah. Okay, well, anything else about collagen, or should we move on?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, let's do the next one. So, this one's from Jackie. She says, I'm starting to date and have met a guy who wants to take me out to dinner and hang out. This gives me major anxiety. I know I just can't come out and tell him the lifestyle I lead because most people don't get it. I already experienced it with family and friends, thinking I'm the weird one. How do you go about dating someone and starting a new relationship without scaring them off before they even get to know you? And just so you know, I mean, basically, she switched over to a healthier lifestyle is kind of the context we're in. So
yeah, she gave some backdrop. Yeah. Jackie, don't spill all the beans on the first date.
What do you mean?
You don't have to, like, tell them everything about your life, like, on the first date. You know, you don't have to just go all in on the first date and be like, oh yeah, I'm really into this paleo thing and I eat like no grains and no this and no that. Like, you don't have to do that. You can if you want to, but you don't have to.
You also don't have to hide it though. You don't have to hide it either, but I'm saying, like, if that stresses you out, why do you feel like you need to tell them? Well, I think because what if he asks her on a date and he's like, let's go to McDonald's?
Oh, then, okay. Well, one, find a new boyfriend, because do not let a man take you to McDonald's ever.
This is the thing. Sorry. This is the thing about dating. And it's with food, but lots of other things that girls freak out about. What if he finds out this or that? Okay. If you're going to continue dating, he's going to find out at some point. So why not just say it right off the bat? And if he's not into it, then you're not wasting your time.
You can do that too. I'm kind of more of a mysterious person, and I'm just not going to, like, tell you everything about my diet and stuff like up front. Like if he wanted to go on a date and when he suggested a restaurant that I'm kind of sketched about, I would just be like, hey, can I pick the restaurant? Like, that's what I would say.
But
that's just
what's
me.
the point of like being mysterious about it?
I don't know. I'm just the kind of person that I'm like, I don't feel like, because I feel like all I talk about is food and like health and all of that stuff. And while that's really important in a relationship for me, I want to make sure that's like not all I talk about, and that I'm not just talking about me like the whole entire time and like what I went through and my health stuff, and like then being like, you could have this great life too, like if you just like, you know, and then you get into this whole health conversation, and it's like, I want to know that I can talk about something with you other than food and health. So for me, I would personally like barely even bring it up on a first date. Like that's just how I would go about it. But if you're the type of person that you're like, oh hell no, like if he doesn't eat gluten-free or paleo or doesn't understand, then I'm out, then maybe it would be worth it for you to just bring it up. You shouldn't have to feel like shame about it though, or be scared about it.
Yeah, I guess I just don't understand why you'd be nervous about it, because if someone's nervous about it, that's because they're worried that they're going to basically reject you because of it. And if they reject you because of it, then you don't want to be with them anyways, right? But I mean, I know for me, like that's an important... To me, that's a value. Someone who values their health, that's important to me. If the person I'm dating, I can tell right off the bat, doesn't give a rat's ass about their health, I don't want to date them. And that doesn't mean they have to eat paleo, but that means that I don't want to date somebody who lays on the couch all day and eats at McDonald's.
I know. Okay.
Sorry.
I just have to say though, like, people change. Because when me and my boyfriend started first dating, he gave 0 Fs about his health, you guys. Like, ate Hot Pockets.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
crap. Literally did not freaking care at all. And I was low-key a little, like, scared when we first started dating. And I wanted, like, in the beginning, I seriously was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I really like this guy, but he's just not into food like me. And what I did is I just started cooking for him because I liked him and I wanted to get to know him as a person. But this whole healthy thing turned me off. So I just cooked for him, and then he liked my food, and then he wanted to know how to make that food. And now he's like keto, paleo most of the time, and is like really into all this stuff now. So I also don't think you can just write people off. Like, that's the other reason why I'm saying, like, you don't have to bring it all up and judge someone on that on the first date, because I don't think we should just write people off if they're not interested now, because you don't know, you like could inspire them down the road to really take charge of their health. If you like them as a person and like you guys end up dating, then I promise you, like, he will probably adopt at least some things that you're doing.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's a difference between dating somebody who just doesn't do those things versus somebody who judges you for doing those things.
Okay, like, well then don't date those kind of people.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're scared of people judging you or thinking you're weird or saying, that to me, I don't know. I just don't get the judgment thing. And I also am really... I think a lot of us in the health space feel like we need to be embarrassed about living healthy lifestyles. I see this a lot. A lot of my clients are really embarrassed about the way they live when it comes to family and friends. And this is a mindset thing, and I think people just need to shift it. Why is it embarrassing? I think it's more embarrassing what they are doing to their bodies, but better yet, let's just not judge anyone. Like, we're just all doing our own thing, and no one has anything to be embarrassed of, because it's just... You're making your own life decisions, you know?
It's true. It's really true. And I think really, Jackie, like the only reason that you're feeling this way right now is because you have had somebody judge you in the past for your decisions. Like, you even said it, like your family, your relationship with your family is like strained, but you can't let that one past thing that happened to you, that one or a couple people judging you, you cannot let that carry over into all of your relationships. If you keep carrying that with you, then all you will attract are people that judge you for your health decisions. So you've got to be open to the fact that there are guys out there, there are people out there that will accept you for who you are and will probably be thankful that they came in contact with you because of all that you know about health. So like Christina said, it's a mindset shift. And once you do that, you'll probably be way more comfortable with it and attract people that want to be around you and won't judge you for that stuff.
Exactly. And so much of this is also how you carry yourself. So if you go into a situation, for example, with family, if I go into a situation with my family and I've made them food and I qualify with, oh, it's really healthy, so you might not like it, or, oh, I know it's weird, but I eat gluten-free. If you say something like that. Oh my God,
that's so common.
When people say stuff like that, that's just giving people an inch and then they'll run a mile. They'll run with that and they'll start pushing it on you, and then you're putting it in their brains that it's weird. Versus if you act confident with it and don't act like it's weird, act like you're proud of it and it's no big deal, no one else is going to think it's a big deal either, and no one else is going to think it's weird. Usually, when you act confident, people then think it's cool, and then they start asking you more about it because they're curious, and they are in their heads thinking, oh, I want to be healthy too now because she loves it.
This is like so true though, because I hear all the time, like I've even done this where I'll bring something and I hear people in my family do this too. They'll bring like a dish and they'll be like, oh, well, it's gluten-free, so I don't know if you'd like it.
Yeah.
Like kind of thing. Like I even do that sometimes. And now I just realize they always usually end up liking it, honestly, but they like bug you about it. Like they have a reason to like pick at you now. Because you said that. So that's just so freaking true. You have to be confident.
Yeah. Just own it and act like it's no big deal, and it won't be a big deal, And it's true. You never know who's going to come around. So I know it's hard with your family, but I mean, personal experience, my immediate family at the beginning thought I was really weird and was not supporting it, and now they are my paleo family. Yeah. My dad is paleo king. My mom tries to be as paleo as she can. My sister eats paleo when she's not with her fiance. So even they're the last. I never thought they would ever adjust their diets, and they have. So you never know how long, what Kara said is right. People kind of just adopt what they keep seeing. So, and if you make them something good, like no one's going to turn down good food.
No one is going to turn down good food. I mean, heck, dude, my dad's doing a freaking 30-day water fast right now.
Oh my God.
Sorry, we were just talking about family, and then I was like, guys, my dad is doing a water fast. Help.
Literally have taco
He's actually doing really good though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, I feel awesome. All right.
Why did he do that? I know why he did that.
Well, my dad, hi Dad, I know you listen to this podcast. What up? He's
like a biohacker.
Yeah. He has some gallbladder issues. Like he would have gallbladder pain. And I think he just wanted to stop feeding, his body so it could repair. He wanted the autophagy thing going on. So he's on day 15 or something of a water fast right now, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he's doing pretty good. So cool, man.
Is Jennifer doing it with him?
Oh God, no. We're both, Jennifer's my stepmom, and we're both doing a Whole30. I also recommended for her to get the Maps Anywhere program because she's been wanting to do some exercise stuff recently. And she's got some hormone, sorry, I'm calling you guys out on air, but she's got some hormone stuff going on. So, high intensity workouts probably aren't the best. So I just recommended Maps Anywhere, and she's loving it. So
Maps Anywhere, yes.
Come around. Man, this whole episode has been just one big sponsor.
Someone sponsor me.
Pay us for this episode.
Damn. We're serious. Someone. I'm shit. Oh my God. It's okay. I love giving love to people that I love. This is how you guys know it's real.
About some stuff.
Yeah.
But seriously, dating does not have to be super duper hard just because you are healthy. It doesn't. You just have to act like you own it. And if you make it a big deal, then it will be a big deal.
Also, you can pretty much get something healthy at every restaurant. Honestly, I have never had a problem anywhere except for if it's somewhere literally like that's McDonald's. But even there, you could get a salad. You could make it work. Oh, shameless plug. If you want to know how to make it work, join my program because I go into all my secrets. But
there's an ad right there that might actually pay you.
Look for vegetables, look for protein, look for salads, bring your own. Ask for olive oil on the side. Ask for lemon. You're fine.
Okay, the only thing that I think would be kind of weird, like if you're dating, is if you're like us and you take like a handful of supplements before all of your meals.
Yeah.
This is what I could see gets weird because when I did go out to lunch with like one of my friends that's, not into this like whatsoever. And I just like I carry around this little container and I take like 6 supplements before 6 pills, like before every meal. And I just like pop it in her face. Like she was like, what is that? And then I take these drops, like I take my bioidentical hormones after. Mm-hmm. And I had to put these drops in my mouth. And she's like, what are you doing? Like, okay, I can see why that's a little weird. But you could go to the bathroom if you really don't want to do that in front of people. Or you could just explain like, oh, I take supplements and not make a big deal out of it.
Or honestly, okay, usually when this is happening to me, I just take them and I don't act like anything weird is happening. And half the time people don't even notice. But if I was on a date, I probably would just skip the sups for one meal.
Yeah, you could do that. I am the type of person that I am not skipping my sups. I don't care who's around me. I'll just look weird and it's fine.
Yeah, no, most people don't even notice, honestly. Or you might be surprised. I've been in situations before where I thought, okay, this person's going to say something, and I take out my sups and I just start taking them and they go, oh, thank God, you have supplements too? And then they pull their pills out of their bag.
You never know.
Maybe that's just an LA thing.
It probably is. That doesn't really happen here in Dallas.
We all take supplements, but...
And she lives in Ohio, so... That's probably not a thing either.
Yeah, probably not. But don't worry. People don't love you because of what you eat. People love you because of your personality. So
exactly. And if anything, it's kind of intriguing to other people. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, it's something new. Like if they're never used to, yes,
nobody
it's a
wants
plus.
Nobody wants to be with somebody who they think might bring them down, but people want to be with somebody who they think will, like, make them healthier and fitter. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's, like, weird. It's kind of just weird and mysterious. And if you're over here, like, eating something super healthy or, like, talking about whatever, your supplements, like, they're kind of like, wow, this girl's kind of weird. I'm going to remember her.
Yeah, like, it's definitely memorable. It's definitely memorable. They'll probably ask you to fix their digestive issues.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Girl.
What?
Just get some self-esteem. You got this.
Yeah, you got it. You're not weird. It's so funny because it's just it's just circumstantial that you feel like you're the oddball out. You know, if you were in a different place physically, you wouldn't necessarily feel that. You know, I can tell the difference when I'm in LA. Everybody here is a healthy person, so I am in the majority. Versus when I go back home or I go to other states, I'm like, oh wait, I'm the minority now. It's it's really just context. So you might feel weird, but that's just a product of your environment. So remember that. You know, it's all just perspective.
Yep.
Cool.
That would be it. That's all I got.
Any final comments, Kara?
No. I liked those questions.
What does your shirt say?
Oh, I have a shirt on. It says, well, thank God I have a shirt on. It says, "Fat is the new black." I got it at Paleo FX, and it has a stick of butter on it.
That is so legit.
I hope if you're going to Paleo FX, you guys, you have to stop by the One Stop Paleo Shop booth and get this shirt.
I hope they have it again this year.
Yeah, I have the same shirt in tank top version that has an avocado on it. They like sold out. Like pretty much all of Paleo FX bought this shirt.
Oh my God, I better be able to get that. You guys,
the theme of Paleo FX was like butter coffee last year. Yeah, that was crazy. Not actual theme, but that's like all I saw.
I'm so excited for Paleo FX. Woo! Gonna be a party.
I hope I can go.
You better go.
I'm just too pumped for that butter. Wait.
What?
That could be a good shirt if you never mind.
You butter.
I don't know what I would put on it.
Butter. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah. So if anyone else is going to Paleo FX, hit me up. We can hang out and do a party. Cool.
Sweet.
Well, we hope you enjoyed these questions and answers. And if you are not already a part of our Facebook group, we would love to see you there. It's called Straight Up Paleo Pals. If you have a question you would like us to answer or a topic you would like us to discuss, please submit it to straightuppaleo@gmail.com, or you can submit it on our website, straightuppaleo.com. And if you haven't already left a rating and a review on iTunes, we would love, love, love it if you did so. So just go to iTunes, leave a rating and a review. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. It's free, just so you know.
And I know that Apple Podcast has changed, guys, but you can still subscribe. You got this.
You can subscribe. You can do it. We're also on Stitcher if you don't use that. But every little bit. And if you enjoy this and you think that somebody else in your life would like our show, please tell people about it, because at the end of the day, word of mouth is king, and that's how we get the word out about it. So.
Yeah, this is where there's no shame in being pushy. Just push our show on people. It's fine.
Exactly. Make it straight up paleo. All right, cool. Well, thanks for listening. We love you, and we'll talk to you again next week.